Imagine this. You were just scrolling through TikTok, drinking an iced matcha, texting your crush, and asking ChatGPT what to wear. It's 2025 and you're thriving, and then everything goes black. When you wake up, it's quiet. Too quiet. Your phone is gone, no internet, no AirPods. Your room is floral? You've just been dropped into 1955, and this is what happens next. Now you wake up in a strange room. The first thing you notice? Silence. No hum of electronics, no phone buzzing. The second thing? The room smells like dust and Lysol. The blanket is crocheted. The alarm clock sounds like a bomb about to explode. You look for your cell phone, but all you find is yesterday's newspaper and a wooden comb. Instead of your hoodie, the closet offers you a wool sweater with shoulder pads. Some guy in suspenders is shaving with a straight-up knife. There's no electric shaver, no skincare fridge, just steel against skin. And it sounds like a horror movie. He says, "This blade's been in the family for 3 generations. You just witnessed a grown man scrape his face raw with a knife and call it grooming. No moisturizer, no SPF, no serums, just aftershave that smells like furniture polish. Time for breakfast. You ask for oat milk. Everyone stares. You mumble something about intermittent fasting, and someone hands you lard. You're served 3 eggs, 2 bacon strips, white bread, and unsolicited opinions. Your mother says, "Good morning, sweetie. Eat up. We've got scrambled eggs, white toast, and your father's opinion on everything." You reply, "Where's my oat milk smoothie bowl? Where's anything gluten-free? Do you have, vegan options?" And she says once again, "We have bacon and more bacon." You quickly realize veganism hasn't been invented. Coffee comes in one flavor, burnt, and nobody knows what intermittent fasting is. Except maybe because they couldn't afford food during the war. You decide to hit the streets, or try to. But your outfit? Basically a crime. Everyone's dressed like they're applying for a mortgage. Your hoodie gets side eyes. Your tattoos? Instant criminal. You begin to miss judgmental TikTok comments. They were softer. You decide to dress more locally and get in a stiff collared shirt or full skirt and flats, stares into a mirror in disbelief. You think to yourself, this outfit is gendered, itchy, and has no pockets. You go to school, the teacher writes in cursive on the chalkboard. Kids raise hands instead of DMing. Your language doesn't translate. You try to use a slang, "That's so valid," and your classmate asks, "What does that mean?" Your sarcasm gets you detention. And the word depression doesn't exist here. It's called being dramatic. You ask about therapy. The response? You want to talk to a stranger about your feelings. For money? Are you sick in the head? Back home, you miss your phone, so you go for the next best thing, TV. But surprise, there's one channel, black and white, one show, and it stars a sock puppet named Jerry. Confused, you ask, "So, no Netflix, no playlists, no YouTube rabbit holes at 2 a.m.? And your parent replies, "We listen to the radio and read books." Then you are sitting in the living room, reading a telephone book, confused and disturbed. Your Spotify Wrapped is now a vinyl record, and every call you make has to go through an operator. Yes, a literal human woman listens to your phone calls. Privacy doesn't exist. You live in a panopticon of politeness and baked goods. And now you see yourself walking down a main street, looking around, and you notice a whites-only sign on a diner window, and you think, oh, maybe the vintage aesthetic people love online forgot to include this part. A woman being ignored when they speak. You hear they say, "Sweetheart, why don't you go bake something instead of trying to have opinions?" Men laughing loudly when someone says, "A woman in college." Careers for women? Optional. Being agreeable? Mandatory. You walk past a barbershop. Inside, a man whispers something, looking around nervously. His companion quickly shushes him. Outside the shop, 2 men walk a little too closely. A passerby glares. Older man mutters to another, "Disgusting. Someone should call the cops." Then it hits you. This world isn't just strange, it's unjust. The comfort of the 1950s came at the cost of silence, of erasure. For millions, this wasn't a golden era. It was a cage. The smiles feel forced. The rules are too strict and unfair. You start to see who gets heard and who doesn't. You sit briefly on a park bench, looking overwhelmed. An older woman stops and says, "Don't cry in public, dear. People will think you're unstable." There's no therapy here, no language for anxiety. You're just difficult, weak, or ungrateful. You get a journal and write something like, "Miss Wi-Fi, miss rights, miss being me." You thought you missed a simpler time, but you miss having a voice. You miss freedom. You miss being yourself without apology. In a back alley, you find a glowing door marked Exit. You open it and step into a cloud of Wi-Fi signals and Spotify ads. Back in 2025, everything feels louder, weirder, messier, but it's yours. With a lot of flaws, yes, but also with voices that fight, cry, and demand better. So next time someone says things were better back then, remember, they probably didn't have to live it as you. We romanticize the past, but sometimes we forget who actually got to enjoy it. The present isn't perfect, but it's more yours than 1955 ever could be. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Which decade would you time travel to, and what's the first thing you'd do? Thank you for watching it, and see you next time.